So I've been bulking for the past 2 years, right? And when I say that, I really mean that I've been bulking for the past 4 years. But for 2 years, I was not doing the right things. And so I just lost out on that progress. And I'd be much further along in my bodybuilding journey if I hadn't made those mistakes. So I'm going to tell you my story. And I'm also going to tell you about the mistakes that I made so you don't have to lose the same progress that I did. All right, so it all starts back in 2019, right? This is whenever I first had the idea that I wanted to make a body that was slightly better than the one that I had now. I hadn't even had the dream of my 10 out of 10 body yet. I wasn't like, I want an amazing physique. I was just like, man, it'd be nice if I had some larger shoulders, if I got more toned, if I had abs that really stuck out. And I thought about it. I had this dream and I thought it'd be fun to go. It'd be fun to go. But honestly, it seems a little scary. I don't want to go because I don't want to get in there and look dumb whenever I do a machine run. I hate it whenever someone has to come up and correct me on something that I'm doing. So I don't want them to have to come up and tell me, oh, you're lifting this weight wrong, bro. Even if they're nice about it, bro, I don't want to be embarrassed in front of other people. I don't really want to show my body because I'm not very confident in it. I don't really love how it looks. So I was scared to go, but I would manage to convince my roommate. I said, hey man, you could take me to the gym. You could. And show me the ropes for like just a day or two. You could. And I'd really like that. And he was like, all right, dude, sure. So we drank some pre-workout, went into the gym with lots of buff people. And I was very nervous, but he walked me through a few machines and was like, yeah, man, this is what this does. This is what this does. And we started doing some exercise and he just took me through a random workout. Maybe we did like an arm day or something. I started going with Ethan a few times. We went like once a week for a month, and it really was actually more like once every other week because we were not consistent. And I said, man, I'm tired of this. I'm not seeing any progress or anything. I'm just going to start going 5 times a week, no matter if someone's going with me or not. But I want to actually see if I can start making some progress in the gym. And I wanted to not only go for fun, but to at least give this thing a shot, right? To see maybe I can do this. Maybe I can consistently work out. And so I started trying to go 5 times a week. And I used this workout plan by Brandon Walsh because this dude had a great transformation story that inspired the hell out of me because he had hella acne and I had hella acne at the time. And I was like, I want to look hot now. I took his workout plan, right? And so I started using it, and it was literally a bro split. If you don't know what that is, it's basically you do one body part per day. But I used his workout plan, and I failed, like, awfully. I did not go to the gym consistently, and I was not doing the workouts correctly, and it seemed like no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't get consistent because I couldn't feel confident when I went to the gym, and I didn't see any progress when I came back. So now it's 2020, and COVID hit. I was at university when all this was happening, right? We got sent home because they were like, we do not want people out here. And I was fucking wiped, dude, because I did not want to go back home. They sent us home and we had to, and now all of our classes where we were talking with our friends and like getting to know people and having the college experience of going to parties, we were stuck at home doing online classes. And these gyms were closed now. So even if I wanted to go, I couldn't really. But my dream was still to get somewhat jacked, right? My dream was still to get the toned arms and the abs. Plus, I wanted to exercise because all I was doing was just sitting in a chair all day. And this is when I found Chris Heria. So this dude, jacked as hell, and he had hella workout programs all on social media. So on his YouTube, he had a bunch of at-home workouts, which started getting me consistent, right? Now I didn't have to go to the gym. There was no gym pressure. I was actually working out 5 or 6 times a week, just these 20-minute at-home workouts. But by the end of the year, I was feeling confident in bodyweight workouts. This has happened from about February, and by November-ish, we were able to go back to university at this time. Not only was I doing these workouts in my room, but I was confident to be doing them out in like public spaces because I started to see some progress. I gained about 10 pounds of muscle from doing this. Then in 2021, I continued the 5 times a week bodyweight workouts, and I got a pair of adjustable dumbbells. So I felt like a gym rat, bro. So now I could do a few more different kinds of workouts too, along with just bodyweight stuff. But I wasn't seeing any progress anymore. I started to plateau. And so I said, what are the things that make you gain muscle? And I started doing my research on it, right? And so I saw it was working out. But I was doing that, I was working out. And I was working out hard too, right? I was going to failure. Sleep. I'm sleeping enough, man. I get like 8 hours. And then diet. And I was like, yeah, aha, diets. That's it. Because I had done absolutely nothing in terms of diet. I hadn't changed shit. So my idea was just eat more than usual. And I tried this and it did not work at all. I made no progress because it's such a wishy-washy thing of like, yeah, I'll just eat a little bit of extra green beans today. And like, what about on the days when you don't eat the little bit of extra green beans? It all kind of evens out. So that's why I didn't gain any weight. And in 2022, I was tired of for like a year and a half, 2 years, not seeing any progress. And so I read this book called Bigger, Leaner, Stronger by Mike Matthews because it had been recommended to me a few times. And it taught me, one, what the big three are. And the big three are the three compound lifts that almost every workout plan has. And that is deadlifts, bench press, and squats. And these were the three exercises that I was just like scared of, that I never wanted to do, right? Because I thought if I mess up on one of these, I'm going to actually fucking die. Like it's going to kill me. It's going to seriously injure me. But reading this book, it taught me that if you do them right, there's like very little chance of injury. As long as you nail the form, it's one of the best things that you can do when you work out is these big compound lifts. So those were the scariest exercises to me. I practiced them in my room in the mirror. And then my gym fear was kind of gone. Like I was still a little bit nervous to go in and try it actually, but like I tried them for a week and then after that I was like, I'm bench pressing, I'm deadlifting, squatting, just like any other gym bro in here. My gym fear is gone, bro. And it felt really good to actually feel confident going into the gym for once. And this book also gave me a workout plan. It made me not have to think about anything. I just stole that workout plan and went to the gym 5 times a week and started building muscle again. And on top of that, it taught me the food, like how food actually works in the context of energy and fueling your body. And of course, I still didn't follow his diet advice because diet was always the hardest thing for me and I never wanted to do it. So instead of making a meal plan, I just tried to meal prep a couple times a week. I tried to half-ass it and just make some chicken and rice, right? But it tasted like shit, bro. Like I was not a good cook for one, and also I didn't want to eat chicken and rice. It was bland as hell. It tasted like shit, and I was not committed to the diet at all. So while I was able to start making new lifts and like learning how to do things that weren't just machines and some dumbbell exercises, I still wasn't making progress on my weight, right? Like I wasn't gaining muscle. So after another 3 or 4 months of me just working in the gym, but also not making any progress, then I was like, okay, I'm doing all this work. I need to actually get on my diet or else I'm just gonna continue wasting my time in the gym. So I made my first meal plan and I actually stuck to it this time because I used foods I liked, right? I was eating pasta, I was eating quesadillas every day. And I started to see weight gain. I started to see myself continually gaining weight. Right? Now it's 2023. I'm getting hella confident in my lifts. I started lifting more than most people in the gym at this point because I'd been going now doing compound lifts and all the fun shit for about a year. I was lifting more than most people in the gym and I started getting respect from like gym bros too, right? Like people who are already big were coming up to me and saying, that's a lot of weight, bro. Give me fist bumps. And like you can say, you don't need social validation. Doing shit for social validation is bullshit. But like everybody feels good from social validation, right? There's nothing to be ashamed of from that. Like getting a fist bump from a gym bro felt good. I will admit that. Getting respect from people who I had respect for because they had built bodies that like physiques that were impressive. Getting their like fist bumps, dude. I was like, hell yeah, man. I'm on the right track. This feels good. And I got all of this extra motivation and just reason to not stop going because it was easy for me now. I knew what to do. It's literally habit. On top of that, I was getting social motivation from the people around me. And I was getting noticeably bigger too. I was now making progress. I got all these things ticked off, all of these hard things. I got the workouts in place, I got the diet in place, I got the consistency. And once I started doing all of those, I started making consistent progress. And this is what makes it easy to stay in the gym, is when you actually start seeing the progress. It's gonna sound weird, but I couldn't see my abs for the first time in like years. And I was like, that's sick. Because like abs are great, right? But I had never been able to put on weight at all throughout high school, middle school. I was a skinny ass kid. And so like, yeah, I could see my abs a little bit, but like, who cares, bro, whenever you feel weak? So it felt good to finally put some weight on me. And now it's 2024. That's literally where we're at now. This is the story, man. I am ending my first bulk, which was for about 4 years. And I went from 131 pounds at 9% body fat to 167 pounds at 18% body fat. That's where I'm at right now. So that's 36 pounds of weight gain. And just saying that puts a smile across my face, bro. So now that you kind of see my story, hopefully you know that it's not impossible to do this shit. Now I'm going to tell you the things that I did, that I fucked up on, so that you don't have to make the same mistakes, so that you can get your body where you want it to be in a much faster time than I did. First of all, don't even worry about diet. Just focus on getting consistent. Don't even worry about doing the right exercises. The biggest thing that you can worry about is just getting consistent. Doing something, anything, any kind of exercise. Doing it daily, or at least 5 times a week, right? Something that feels like almost every day. I just am this person who does this thing. I just am the person who works out. I just am the person who does 10 push-ups in my room. Whatever it is, just get consistent at it. Because I don't want you to give yourself too much to think about straight off the bat. If you're thinking, what are the right exercises to do? What is the right diet to follow? How much sleep do I actually need? Can I eat these foods? It's going to be overwhelming, and you're not going to stick to anything. Take baby steps into it. So just get consistent doing something. Because this shouldn't be like taxing, right? This should feel fun for you. This should literally feel fun as fuck to learn what it's like to actually work out, how to exercise correctly. And it should be a continual journey of learning this stuff. And once your gains from this start to plateau, that's when you start to look at other stuff. Now you start thinking, okay, what can I do to actually work the muscles that I want to work? Once you get the right exercises in that you actually want, and then you plateau from that, think, okay, what do I need to do to eat so that I continue making progress? At some point, I want you to go through a period of eating the exact same thing every day. Because, and you don't have to do this for years like I did either, but it gets you used to measuring food. It gets you used to understanding the energy context behind food, understanding how it affects you, how it literally fuels you, and how it feels to eat different kinds of food, right? Whenever you're just on one type of diet versus another type of diet. Because the food that you put into your body is like, I'm putting this into gamer terms right now, bro, because that's what you're gonna understand. It's literally like taking a potion with different effects. So whenever you eat food, you feel differently pretty immediately from it, and you don't realize this because you do it every day, and it's just kind of normal now, but pretty immediately you feel different from the type of food that you're eating, whether it's clean versus shit that's McDonald's, basically. But on top of that, it also has long-lasting potion effects, where like what you eat consistently determines how you feel. So make a meal plan where you measure out how much you need to eat every day and stick to it. And I'm gonna make a video soon on literally me making my cut meal plan, so you can just follow along and do this for you. You can do it for bulk or you can do it for cut, whichever you need. And after this period of eating the exact same thing every day, then you can go on and just eat how you want to eat and just log it into MyFitnessPal and just keep track of everything. Next mistake that I made. Whenever you stop gaining weight, don't just do nothing. This is a sign. So whenever you stop gaining weight and you have all these things in place, just add 100 to 200 calories of carbs. And that's going to keep you gaining weight, because you're probably still working out with intensity. You're probably still getting enough sleep. The thing that you are lacking on is now you probably need to eat more because you've gained weight and your body takes more energy to sustain. Or you're just working out more than you used to, and now your body is burning more energy. Lastly, fitness is supposed to enhance your life, not restrict it. Whenever it feels like it's getting in the way of life, choose life. Because I missed out on a lot of opportunities that could have been really fun and really sick times because I was incredibly strict. And while you should be strict on yourself at first to form the habit, once you get into the groove, choose life, because fitness is going to be hard, but it should also be amazing. It should be something that's giving to your life, not taking away from it. And if you were sitting there watching, thinking, I wish this could be me, it literally can be, bro. The only difference between you and I is that I started the journey a little bit sooner than you did. There's nothing stopping you from being in the exact same place that I'm in now, or even where I'm gonna be in 3 months when I'm lean as hell. So now you know my mistakes. You can get to where I am in a shorter time. The biggest thing that you can do right now is just start. If you don't already know, my name is Luke Grenoble, and we are a gang of young men not settling for the monotony and depression of living an average life. If that's something you want to be a part of, hit subscribe right now and leave a like and a comment on this video because I'd love to get to know you better. And if you want my one-to-one help with a specific problem, especially social skills related, hit the coaching link in the description below. Act now and become unstoppable.